Aloha everyone, Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com. Stock indexes put in a pretty decent session on Tuesday, but once again, like I've been saying, this is nothing more than day one of a bounce attempt. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't want to look too much into it. So for right now, it's day one. The IBD put call ratio intraday yesterday hit 1.28. That's extremely extreme on the bearish side. So we'll see if any bounce can come after that. But the best looking thing that I'm not going to throw up here, but you can go look at it on your own, is look at the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline line. You'll see that it's showing positive relative strength compared to the New York Stock Exchange, especially the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500. The NYSE actually is showcasing higher lows, and right now the current lows are about even with the previous old lows of the S&P 500. So we'll see if that's indicating that this bounce might have legs here. If not, no big deal. I'm continuing to take very small positions right now. All new long positions can receive no more than 1% of my account capital. Just a reminder, that's going to be anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 per one trade, where I only spend $1 in commissions and keep very tight stops. If you're not comfortable taking small position sizes and managing a lot of different positions, trying to get rid of the chaff and keeping the wheat, the strong stocks, then I don't recommend really trading yet, especially if you're a new trader. Wait till the market gives us a follow through day, or at least a day two on the bounce, to prove that the relentless, constant, dreary selling is done. If you just look at some of the big cap stocks, it does look like Facebook is trying to hammer out a floor here. Some big tails and some heavy volume. Apple, same similar situation, nothing major though. Amazon though, those volume bars here at the lows. And most noticeably today for me, Tesla, another big hammer candle reversal pattern on even heavier volume, and BOP went green. So there's some slight indications internally that this bounce has a better foundation to continue to move higher. So with that being said, we're still in the middle of March and April. If this was happening right now in May, maybe I don't take a couple of these stocks tonight as new long positions. But since we're still in the seasonally positive months of March and April, May's not going to be good. June's not going to be good. July is good. August, September, October is bad. Then it starts to get good again at the end of October, November, December. I'm still taking long positions, just keeping tight stops. So on that note, CARB, BPOP, ORBK, which is going to be KLAC, which doesn't look good. But AFAM was a new long position, but it completed its merge with LHCG, and I decided not to take it. Look what LHCG has done since. If I just would have taken it instead of, once I found out that AFAM was completed its merger on Thursday, which is when the long signal was triggered, if instead I would have decided to buy LHCG, which I decided to cancel the trade, I'd be sitting pretty on a 9% gain. So just because ORBK is being bought out by KLAC doesn't mean I'm not going to take it. Then there's CJ, and then I think I already posted it, the add, maybe not add, in SUPV. So those are the new long positions. First off, CARB. This one's going to be a little bit more, has more alpha into it potentially, but also obviously has more implied risk because it's up 4% today. Now SUPV is also up 3% today, but that's not that bad compared to CARB. BPOP, if you're looking for safe, low risk long signals, BPOP is good using those recent lows. ORBK is good using these most recent lows, and then CJ is good using those most recent lows. But for me, 1% in all these. CARB is a cancelim quality stock. SUPV is perfect speculator and cancelim quality. BPOP is X cancelim, now price volume BOP surge scans where it made it. ORBK is perfect speculator and cancelim quality. don't like that BOP went the wrong way, and that's kind of a no-no, but because it's Cancelim and Perfect Speculator, and I risk risk right around 1% on my first half of the position if I know I'm wrong, I gotta take it. It's too strong of a stock to just pass up because BOP went the wrong way. CJ, Cancelim quality, also in my price volume BOP surge scan stock. So all of these names are Cancelim quality, with BPOP being former Cancelim quality, but probably just having the overall best uptrend on an ebb and flow basis. Now, CARB, I'm getting long, limit order 29.85. First cut loss level 28.01, final cut loss levels 27.54. I'm going to be doing things a little different, but that's all I want you guys to pay attention to. This low and this low. This low goes, you're out half. This low goes, you're out all of it. For me, it's going to be a little bit different, but I don't want to discuss any other stop levels there because I want you guys to get out immediately if you're wrong. Me, I'm taking such small positions, only about $5,000 per trade, that I can give it some room to work if we are trying to find the lows. Now, SUPV, I want to get long. Limit order 31.55. First cut loss level for me 29.71. Final cut loss 29.21. Your first cut loss could also be the last green BOP day, today's low day, 30.04, and then 29.21. But once again, you can see some other support levels here in 2018. So you can be sure that's how I'll be splitting it up. Maybe half here, a third here, a third here, a third here, maybe a quarter, 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 quarter. I don't know yet. We'll find out what the dollars at risk are per level before I decide what I want to do. And then BPOP, like I said, this is probably, even though this is no longer Cancelim quality stock, it's probably one of the better overall signals because everything's pretty clear cut. 42.89 is the limit order I want to use. First cut loss level right here, 41.47. Final cut loss level, pretty clear line in the sand, 40.79. It moves below 40.79. I'm going to be all out of BPOP. ORBK, 61.66 limit order. It's a few cents extended from the 20-day moving average. First cut loss, the recent low, 60.76. Final cut loss for now, 57.64. But like I said, on all of these stocks, all of them, if the first stop loss level goes, I'm splitting up stops and raising them, and or splitting up stops and raising them all if they start to crack on heavy volume, lose the green BOP before the final cut loss comes into play. And then CJ want to get long, 26.50. First cut loss level 24.66, final cut loss level 23.98. But obviously you see a couple more levels here. I'm willing to give CJ room to work since I'll only be putting about $5,000 of my account capital in it. But it's all pretty clear. They're all good signals. CJ, excellent bottoming pattern continuation type signal with some great BOP and volume surges lately. ORBK's held up extremely well in the midst of a market sell-off. BPOP, love the overall ebbing and flowing of the price and volume. Wish more stocks would look like that. SUPV has held up very well. Love the pocket pivot point signals here as it rides its 50-day moving average in a weak market. And CARB, I love the lack of red BOP in my quote Zoom 4 chart. Zoom 4 just means I press shift and press 4 on my telechart. That's a Zoom 4 is what they call it. And it's based on these right there. See Zoom equals 4. See Zoom equals 4 right there. So CARB I like because there's no red BOP. Love the overall strong accumulation and green BOP in it, and I love how it's held up in a weak market. The only thing I didn't like is that I wish that these lows were clearly above the most recent February lows and that it was stair-stepping higher a little bit better. Moving on to the sells, there were only 3 high-quality end of days. They're all straightforward. IOVA, fail. RRR, fail. And ATRA, convincing fail. Volume was lower than the session before, so even though it closed below 38.15, which was my final end of day cut loss level, I didn't list it because volume was lower, BOP moved higher. But now BOP is higher, volume, is higher, heavier than the session before. BOP is lower than the session before with it closing below 38.15. It's now a 100% end of day full sell signal. I was knocked out of it, all of it intraday today. I was knocked out of all of RRR intraday today, and I was knocked out of all of IOVA intraday today. If you're still long, you move your stop to 1 cent below today's low of day. So 1367 on IOVA if you're still long, 2747 on RRR if you're still long, and ATRA 3545. So 35.40 if you're still long. All right, everyone. I'll see you back in the chat room on Wednesday.